afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to the Fox Hill Community Center. Most of you have been here before, and some of you have not. So I just want to say that this is the house that was the dream of George Mackey and was built by the Fox Hill community and was a gift by the government of the Bahamas to the people of Fox Hill. It is owned by the people of Fox Hill and managed by them. And so I hope you think this is a wonderful gift which has been given in perpetuity to the people who live in this village. You will see when you go outside the door, some, if not all, of my predecessors, starting with L.W. Young. And I think who's missing is the days before it was actually called the Fox Hill constituency, which did happen until 1968, when Lionel Davis became the first member of Parliament for Fox Hill. But before that, there was Carlton Francis, who put the Freedom Park, and then there was Jeffrey Johnstone, Sammy Isaacs, Roland Simonet, and of course, L.W. Young. And I remember when George Mackey died, I'd read in the newspaper that when L.W. Young died, it was the largest funeral that Fox Hill had ever seen. And I said to myself, as we were planning George Mackey's funeral, we have to have a bigger funeral than that for George. There was no Royal Bahamas Defense Force band when L.W. Young died, so it was easy to do when George died. So that's a little bit of history. Dame Cynthia, it is my special pleasure to welcome you here as a colleague, former colleague in the cabinet, and now as Governor General. But you carry the name Mother, and today is Mother's Day. So doubly proud to be here and welcome you to this building and to this village, and to say thank you and congratulations to you on behalf of all people who are here today. As I do welcome someone who's no stranger, which is Reverend Diana Francis, who is the daughter of my very good friend, late friend, and friend of my parents, dear father and mother, who are now of blessed memory, and of course Reverend Sabrina Pinder, and the other religious leaders who are here, like my good friend Bishop J. Carl Ramey. Now, he says, retired. I don't believe him, but if you say you're retired, you're retired. But Mother's Day, for me, is special in many ways. But what I sadly most remember about it is that my mother died actually on the 4th of May, 1999, which was just a couple of days before Mother's Day. So my father survived, and I remember us sitting on the actual Mother's Day, the 5 of us with my father, just wondering at Compass Point at dinner, what were we going to do now? Because the person who held us all together was actually gone. And we have struggled with that. I think my oldest, the sister, who is the oldest of the girls, probably comes close to keeping us all together. Because my mother's expression was, you know how disgusting I could be sometimes. And she's, my mother's expression was, they called me Audley by my second name at home. She'd call me up and say, now, Audley, you know you shouldn't say that, right? And that's what my sisters often say to me. And they got the whole idea of motherhood from what my mother was to us. And I watched those young girls as the Governor General went over to shake their hands. And the look in their eyes, the admiration, the fact that someone who was their gender, their sex, could accomplish all that you have done. And it inspires the young girls to say, I can do that one day. I can be that. And that's what we are all doing in this journey, is we are setting an example for those who come after us. And it's a lesson that we, come in, Mr. Allen, you're just in time. So this is the co-chair, Mr. Allen. So, as I said, we are setting an example for those who come afterwards. And we must always remember, I think of it myself, whenever I do or say something, that I've got cousins and nephews and even older cousins. My cousin, Andre, who's now of blessed memory, said to me one day, "I noticed you changed your glasses." I said, "Well, yeah, what of it?" He says, "Well, I just went out and bought a black pair of glasses like the pair you had, because I just so admired the glasses you wear." So you never know who's looking at you, who's watching you, and pattern yourself after them. There's a picture that my great-grandfather, Robert Hanna, used to have a piece of property. We still own it, opposite Potter's Key, on the other side of Bay Street. It was taken after the funeral of his wife, and they realized, he and his 4 surviving daughters realized that when they buried their mother, that they had never taken a picture of their mother. So they had no representation of their mother after her passing. And they determined that they would take that picture so that they would all have a family picture after that. So I say that to you, all of you. You know, one day, before I leave, I would like to gather the entire village of Fox Hill, those who call themselves Fox Hillians, those who are Fox Hillians, on the St. Augustine's Park, the field at St. Augustine's. And I want to put a drone up in the air. And I want to take a picture of everybody on that day who claims to be from Fox Hill. So we have a permanent representation in the year 2024, whenever we do this, of everyone who's from Fox Hill. And I hope you can make it on that day. I'm even trying to figure out a way so you can identify who it is by giving each person a number or something. But now that we have this technology, we'd be able to do that and record forever who is from Fox Hill. And I urge you, those of you who are here today, take a picture with your children if you've not done that. Make sure you record the fact that you were with them, because after the beauty has faded away, after you've gone on to your just reward, or they have gone on, you want to have a memory of what it was like to be with them and be around them. So take that up from me as a challenge. I thank all of you, the women of this country, the women of Fox Hill, for the role they play in making sure our society is successful. The Senior Citizens Association of Fox Hill, I think he's here at the back, must have about 50 women and 1 man. Delroy, see the man sitting in the back, right by Mr. Burrows. Yeah, ask him to stand up. Dutch? Yeah. How old are you? I think he's in his 90s. How old are you? 93. Okay, so yeah. And I think, if I'm correct, the Senior Citizens Association, he's the only man in the group, right? You have another one? Oh, he's a young man, Glenn. Oh, so there are 2. But the women live longer, live better, and they're going to make it into heaven. I can't speak for us. But congratulations on Mother's Day. Please enjoy. The Governor General has to take her leave shortly after my remarks. So please let's thank her again for coming. And God bless you.